خب سلام به همگی، امیدوارم که خوب باشین و آخر هفته سال زیبایی رو تا الان گذرونده باشین و از الان به بعدم بگذرونید. الان جلسه لایو پرانایاما رو با هانیش داریم از لندن که یکی از شاگردای مدیتیشن من توی هند بود و همینطور خب از دوستا و الان همکارای منه که بیشتر فوکسش رو از قسمت‌های مختلف یوگا توی پرانایاما گذاشته و عرضم به حضورتون که الان یه سری سوال و جواب داریم که حالا من فکر کردم خیلی کامل و متداوله ازش بپرسیم در این ارتباط، هم یوگا هم پرانایاما، و هم در آخر یه سری تمرین کوچیک خواهیم داشت و اینکه ببینیم توی دوره‌های مربیگری آینده‌مون آیا همکاری خواهد کرد و جزو اساتید و مدرسا خواهد بود یا نه. خیلی هم عالی. اگر که اجازه بدین من کامنت ها رو ببندم و هانیش رو دعوت کنیم به این لایومون. در واقع این پیشی منم هی اگر تکون میخوره به خاطر این بازیگوشی پیشی منه، الانم سیاه کرده خودشو، یه مدت نبودم چند ساعت توی خونه، ولی خب با مزه است دیگه اونم باشه. کامنتارم ببندیم. Hello, Hanish.
Hello, namaste.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Let me just adjust this. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's been so long that we haven't talked and seen each other. I'm so happy to see you now. How is everything there?
Yeah, it's great to see you. It's been over a year since I've seen you when I met you in India, I think it is. Yeah, and
Last year in November, I think, right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, things in London are in the UK not so great. We're not allowed to leave our homes, and only if you have to go to work or if you have to go shopping. So we have to stay indoors, and there's no place you have to exercise at home, you have to do yoga at home, you have to do everything at home, you know. So it's difficult times, but
lockdown and quarantine there, right?
sorry?
Still lockdown and quarantine there, right?
Yeah, it's still locked down, yeah. So hopefully we are planning to come out of lockdown in April, I think it is. So you start moving around the city a little bit more, but it's difficult times, but we have to make the best we can of it, I think, you know. What about Iran? How is it in Iran?
Iran is more easier. People are more easy than other kind of countries. I don't know. I say it's fortunate or unfortunate because not really lockdown and quarantine here. Just we had few weeks really lockdown and quarantine, but now everything is going to happen. And yeah, but like other kind of countries all around the world, the epidemic is like other countries. Okay, I'm so happy to see you, Hanish. Thank you for accepting us. There is some few questions. If you agree, we can go ahead for that. For them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, tell us how long have you been in a yoga journey? And
so my yoga, sorry. And how is, I didn't catch the last bit.
Sorry?
So how is my yoga journey? And I didn't hear the last bit.
That's your life.
Oh, how's it? Okay, fine. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I've been practicing yoga for 3 years actually, and before that, I was doing a lot of weightlifting and fitness training and running and these kind of activities. Whereas now since 3 years ago, I started practicing yoga, and I was doing something we call I don't know if you have it in Iran, but we practice rocket yoga here in the UK. Have you heard of it before?
Rocky?
Rocket, you know, like a spaceship, rocket.
No, I haven't heard that before. What is that?
So it's very popular in the UK. It's taken from Ashtanga, and it's very playful, it's very fun, it's very powerful, very energetic style of yoga. A lot of inversions and arm balancing, and it's quite very difficult. It's a very difficult practice because it's so fast. But it's an enjoyable practice. It's very playful. So I was practicing that about 3 years ago, and then I decided that I wanna become a yoga teacher now. I wanna add yoga to my skills. So that's when I went to India and decided to do my yoga teacher training course. And what yoga, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because I was doing fitness training for about 10 years. I still am doing it now, but it was only until I introduced yoga to my routine when I started to really see improvements in me as a person, you know, like, and I was able to discipline myself in a really positive way. You know, when people say discipline, you think you have to be like, you know, it's a negative thing, but actually I was disciplining myself in a way that was really supporting me and my ambitions. So that's how it's impacted my life. It's helped me a lot with moving forward and progressing forward with things.
Wow, beautiful. Okay. And is yoga popular in London?
Oh yeah, yes. It's really popular, and it's becoming more and more popular every day, every week, every year. More and more people are doing it. Now that people are starting to switch on to more mindfulness practices, things like yoga is really starting to resonate with a lot of people in the UK. And now a lot more men are starting to practice yoga as well. It's quite female dominated, but now there are more male practitioners that are involved. But it's becoming popular, yeah.
Beautiful. Is there any specific style of yoga that is popular there?
Oh, I think there's a lot of like vinyasa classes. To be honest, I haven't really, and you got things like hot yoga is quite popular as well, practicing in a really hot environment. But at the club that I go to, we have like yin yoga, we have forest yoga, and we have rocket yoga. So these are, and then hot yoga as well, and these seem to be the popular ones, in my opinion, for what I've seen. Some people might say different things. So.
And as I became to know, you choose pranayama more in your own practice and to teach others, right? Why?
Right. So when I went to India, I had the big plan that I was going to start teaching the asana practice of yoga. And I didn't even know anything. I didn't even know anything about pranayama when I went to India. It was when I went there and we were being taught by Kavita. She was teaching us pranayama. And I just thought, something just clicked inside. I just realized that, wow, this is very powerful, this form of health and well-being and mindfulness. But what it was doing something to me that the 10 years of sport has never done for me in terms of my mindset and the way that I feel about myself. And then once you practice it and once you start to become more and more dedicated to it, you actually realize that you need it. You need it every day. So when you don't practice, you notice actually that the mind isn't working as well as it does when you are practicing. So sometimes for some reason, if I don't practice pranayama, during the day, I'll really start to notice that there's something out of balance, and then I will try and do some conscious breathing. But yeah, that's why I practice it. I think everyone should practice it.
Yeah, it's so powerful, and it's the bridge of something asana and meditation. It's like the bridge between them. So powerful.
Exactly.
You practice every day, right?
So yeah, I practice every day, and I try and follow the 8-limb Ashtanga, the 8-limb Patanjali system. So being a very good boy, looking after myself, my impact to the people around me, and even down to the food that I eat and how I cleanse my body. And, the first 2 limbs, the yamas and the niyamas. I feel like if you really are practicing those very well, it will then start to influence the rest of the limbs. So then the asana part I was actually struggling with. I wasn't able to practice as much, whereas now I'm practicing between 3 and 6 times a week. But then pranayama is the connection. It's the connection where you're able to sit in a comfortable position because of all the lovely movements you're doing through yoga, and then you start to then closing your eyes and then bringing in the energy, bringing in the prana into the body, filling up the amount of prana that you have in the body, and moving the energy within the spaces of the body to allow the body then to really settle, so that then you can then move into the last stages of the 8 limbs. So concentration and meditation, and maybe one day I will get to that samadhi state.
Beautiful. Yeah. You teach now online more, as I've seen in your page, right?
Yeah. So because of the pandemic and all the lockdown restrictions, I can't see any of my clients face to face anymore. I can't do any group face to face sessions either. So I had to move everything online. So I work with clients one-to-one, but I also, most of the work I'm trying to do is group classes now. So group pranayama. So here in London, I have a class that starts at about 7:30 in the morning. So I guess it's like 10:30 where you are. And I do that because I want people to be in a calm state with an empty stomach when they've just woken up and they haven't had much influences in their day, so that they can just really begin to balance and harmonize their body. So yeah, I'm teaching online.
Beautiful. Okay, and you combine it with other kind of activity for your clients, right? What's that?
So yeah, my background is I'm a personal trainer, a strength and conditioning coach. So I spent nearly 10 years helping people with their fitness. But that has been primarily focused on the physical body, like completely focused on how muscles are working, how their health is, how their diet and nutrition is. Then when I came across pranayama, I realized that you can actually tap into a completely internal world, and an internal world that here in the West, we've become very separate from and distant from. And until I started practicing yoga, I didn't realize that, this is just my vessel, and within me is the real person is with it inside me. The true spirit, my true nature is who I am inside. So now what I do is I write a program for my clients, a fitness program, but then I would encourage this mindfulness, breath work, pranayama work to allow them to then really strengthen and reinforce the bond between the inner mind and the physical body. Once you strengthen that bond, then all the exercise and all the diet and all that stuff becomes very easy because you feel comfortable with your body. So that's what I'm trying to do. But the thing is, I can tell someone all the benefits of pranayama. You know, I can teach someone all the benefits from it. But if they listen and they listen and they understand the benefits, but they decide not to do it, then it's not up to me to try and convince them, because they should recognize that they're ready for pranayama. Because when they do recognize it, then they're at the right stage of their life to practice it. You know, that's what I think. You shouldn't have to force someone to do something. You know.
Yes, that's so true. We can talk about the benefits of the pranayama for our viewer.
Yeah, sure. So we'll go through the series of exercises later. And so firstly, there's a massive mind-body connection. So I've spoken about that a moment ago, about how you can connect the body and the mind by using the breath. The breath is like the key that connects the mind and the body together. And also, what we'll be working on is your energy level, you know, how to feel more energized through this practice. We'll also be working on things like lowering your stress levels. There'll be exercises that involve lowering your blood pressure, improving circulation through the body as well. And it's basically like there's a humming exercise we'll be doing as well at one point. And with the humming exercise, what we're actually doing is within the, you see the nose is here, right? The whole section of the nose is this part of the nose here only represents 30% of the nasal cavity. In the back of the head here, you've got a space which is about this big, which is the nasal cavity. So when you do something like the humming exercise, the Brahmari exercise, what you're actually doing is you're actually generating and you're actually creating a lot of nitric oxide in the nose. And then the nitric oxide will then come into the lungs, and then it will help push the oxygen all over the place and help the absorption process. But also it dilates the bronchioles as well. So your airways end up opening up so you can take more breath into the lungs. So actually breathing through the nose is really important, and it's something that we should be doing as often as possible. Obviously, when you're exercising sometimes and you're becoming a little bit out of breath, you will have to breathe through the mouth. But if you can start to train yourself to breathe through the nose more often, then you're going to see a huge difference. And there's other things like, you know, reducing anxiety, improving digestion, and you're improving your sleep and things like that as well.
Beautiful, thank you. Okay, let's go to do some practice, if you agree.
Yeah, sure. So
okay.
if you need to drink some water, now is the time to drink some water.
Okay, a few minutes, I will come back.
Okay. So please do not drink any water during the class. So you need to drink some water. Please drink your water now before we begin, please.
Okay.
If you're sitting on the floor with your legs crossed, then make sure that you have some height. Make sure that your hips are above your knees Okay, so make sure your knees are below your hips. So if you need to place a cushion underneath your seat, place a cushion underneath your bum, sorry, just to give you a little bit more height, okay? If you're sitting on a chair, like me, then please come towards the front of the chair. Make sure that your back is nice and straight and you have some freedom behind you. If you need to place a cushion to your lower back, place a cushion to your lower back. So all our breathing will be done through the nose. We'll be breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Okay. So use this time now to just to focus on yourself. Okay. Use this opportunity just to strengthen your mind, strengthen the body. This is your time now. Anything you have to do later, forget about that. Okay. If you're here with us now, it's your opportunity to internalize your senses and really focus on your breathing and on your breath. Okay, so let's all sit comfortably with our eyes closed, mouth closed. Bring your attention to the tip of your nose and just start to feel some gentle breaths, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Before we begin this exercise, before we begin the session, I would like you to just, in your mind, in your head, I don't want you to say it out loud, but I want you just to say but do it inside your head. So don't say it loudly, just 3 ohms, internalize your arm. So let's begin. Take your first arm. And your second. And your last one. And your third arm. Well done. So keeping your eyes closed, keeping your mouth closed, let's place one hand on top of the chest, gently, and place your other hand slightly below your rib cage and just above the navel center. We're just going to use this time now to bring focus to our breathing. So taking a nice and slow inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Try to silence your breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, relax your shoulders. Exhale through the nose. Relax your facial muscles. Inhale through the nose. Be gentle with the breath. Exhale through the nose. Keep your back straight. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Let us inhale for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Please continue at your own pace. Try to stick to that tempo of breathing. Just stay connected to the breath. Listen to my instructions. Whenever you inhale, try to feel the belly expanding. And when you exhale, feel the belly emptying. Total relaxation. Complete concentration on each breath. And then when you're ready, you are just slowly releasing the hands on top of the knees and opening up your eyes. So during the class, there will be times when I count the breath for us. Okay, so what I'm doing there is actually I'm using Western science. So that in India they came up with this practice, and now in the West they're trying to prove that it works. You know, so with breath counting with certain ratios will influence certain reactions and responses to the nervous system. So when I'm counting, try and stick to the count, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to influence different activations within the body. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is Kapalabhati. Okay, and there are some things you have to be careful of. Okay, so if you have high blood pressure, or if you have any kind of heart disease, or if you're pregnant, then you unfortunately you can't do this exercise. Okay, so while the rest of us are doing this exercise, you can continue with the diaphragmatic deep breathing. Okay, breathing into the bottom hand here, expanding the belly, expanding the side ribs for 4 counts, and then exhale for 4 counts. The body comes in. Okay. So for everyone else that are doing this exercise, let's place one hand. Let me just push this down a little bit so you can see. Placing one hand below the rib cage and placing the other hand. We're just going to practice a few attempts, okay? So what this is a forceful exhalation exercise. So we only want to focus on the forceful exhalation. We don't want to think about the inhale. That will be an automatic response. Just focus on the exhale only, okay? So in a moment, we're going to forcefully exhale through the nose, but watch what happens to my hand, okay? Just watch and listen first. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Sorry, maybe I'll push this back a bit. So let me do that again. You should be noticing there's a pumping action going on here. So as I'm exhaling, if this is my spine and if this is the front of the body, as I exhale, it comes towards the back of the body, okay? And the inhale will be a reflex. Don't worry about that. So you're exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. If you keep your hand here, it can act as a guide, okay? So you can give it a little movement if you need to, but just try and synchronize the breath between the nose and the upper abdomen. If you are well practiced and you find it very comfortable, you can grab both thumbs, place both hands on your knees, your eyes will be closed, your mouth will be closed. Okay? So the challenge here is not to move the chest, not to shrug the shoulders, and to relax the face. Okay? So let's all close our eyes, mouth closed as well. We'll go after the count of 3. If you need to place your hand on the belly, you can place on the hand on the upper abdomen, just above the navel center, below the rib cage. Back straight, shoulders relaxed. Relax your facial muscles. Forcefully exhaling through the nose. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Pump the belly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes closed, mouth closed. Place both hands on your knees. Normalize your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Just taking a little moment here. Let's prepare for our second round, placing one hand below the rib cage, above the navel center, or you're grabbing both thumbs, placing both hands on top of the knees, eyes closed, mouth closed throughout the exercise, back straight, forcefully exhaling through the nose. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes closed, mouth closed, hands on top of the knees. Normalize your breathing. Relax your shoulders, relax your facial muscles. Focus your attention on the tip of the nose and just concentrate as best as you can on your breathing. Preparing for our third and final round, placing one hand below the rib cage, above the navel center, or grabbing both thumbs, placing both hands on top of the knees. Eyes closed throughout the exercise, mouth closed throughout the exercise. Forcefully exhaling through the nose. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes closed, mouth closed. Normalize your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Keep your concentration fixed on the tip of the nose. Slow, controlled, steady breathing. Try to silence the breath if you can. Try to make the breath so light that only you can recognize each inhale and exhale. Try to relax your facial muscles. Relax the muscles on your forehead. Keep your back straight. Still focusing on every inhale and exhale. How much more concentration can you apply to each breath? Be gentle with each breath. And then when you're ready, you are slowly opening up your eyes. Well done. And we are, so everyone can participate now with all the following exercises. We are going to do our Nadi Shodhana, so our alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so this is a very good balancing exercise. Okay, and it's also a good exercise to bring relief to any part of the body that is tense or stiff or feeling pain. You can use this exercise to focus on that area and try to tell that part of the body to kind of relieve itself, move away from the body. Okay, so with your left hand, I want you to touch the fingertips of the thumb, the ring finger and pinky finger, like this. Okay, so what we're going to do, the way I do it is we're going to establish which side of the nose is more active. Is it our left side or is it our right side? Okay, what side is more active? Remember, we're trying to create harmony within the body, so we want to make it more personal to you. So we want to, if one side's more powerful than the other, we want to harness that. We want to use it to your advantage. So every 90 minutes, one nostril becomes more active than the other. So with the back of the left hand, place it underneath your nose and breathe out on top of the hand. And you should feel like one side is more active than the other. It may take a few attempts, but for me, it's my right nostril. My right nostril is more active.
Mine too, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you have the sun energy on the right-hand side, you have the moon energy. Okay, you have the sympathetic side, you have the parasympathetic side of the nervous system. What we're trying to do is we're trying to use what side of the nervous system that you are in right now, and we're then trying to bring balance to it. Okay? if you wanted to influence the more energetic side of the body, you would start with the right side. If you want to influence with the more calming state of the body, you would start with the left side. But you can do that in your own time. Today, we're going to bring balance to the body instead. So with your left hand, keep your fingers in this position and place the back of the left hand on top of the left knee. With your right hand, we are extending the thumb, the little pinky finger. We call it pinky finger in England. I don't know if you call it that. and then we have the ring finger like this. Okay. So you can watch and listen first. We are going to start the exercise by closing the inactive nostril. So my side was my right nostril, was the active. So I'm going to start the exercise by closing the left nostril with my ring finger. Okay. If your left side was more active, you're going to start the exercise by closing the right nostril. And you're pressing it gently. We don't want to see your nose on the other side of the room. So make sure you do it comfortably. Everything should be gentle. Okay. So in a moment, what we'll do is we're going to keep our inactive nostril closed. Okay. So we'll do it together in a moment. I'll just demonstrate. Then we're going to inhale through the active nostril, and then we're going to check. No, we'll pinch in the middle. Then we'll hold the nostril together like this, and then we'll open the other side, and then we'll exhale fully. Okay. Then you'll keep that side open and breathe in, and then you'll pinch again in the middle. Hold your breath, and then you open the original side, the active side, and exhale. And that's one round. Okay. So we'll start in a moment. Remember, so you're inhaling through the active nostril first. Okay. So do your best to keep your eyes closed and your mouth closed. Okay, during this session. If you need to watch, that's fine. You can watch. Okay, if you need to watch. So eyes closed, mouth closed, back straight. Everyone close the inactive nostril. Keep your active nostril open. And let's all take a deep inhale through the active nostril. Then pinch both nostrils, hold your breath in the center. And then open the opposite side and exhale fully. You keep that side open and breathe in. Then pinch both nostrils, hold your breath. And then open the active nostril again and then breathe out fully. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes closed. Let's all inhale through the active nostril for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then open your inactive exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your active exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your inactive exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your back straight. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your active and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your inactive exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your active. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils, hold your breath, do your best. 2, 3, 4. Open your inactive exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils, hold your breath. 1. Keep your back straight. 3, 4. Open your active exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1. Keep it going. 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils, hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your inactive and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils, hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your active and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils, hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your inactive and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinching both nostrils, hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your active and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes closed, mouth closed. Place both hands on top of the knees, grabbing your thumbs. Slow your breathing down, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Keep that concentration fixed on every inhale and exhale. Relax your facial muscles, relax your shoulders, keep your back straight. Feel the peace entering the body with each breath. Feel a lightness moving through the body. Allow the body to feel so light, almost as if you are floating above your seat. Total comfort, complete concentration on each breath. And then when you're ready, you are just slowly opening up your eyes. Well done. So remember, it's important to keep concentrating on your breath. Once you lose that concentration, you might end up falling asleep, and then we lose the effect of the exercise. I got 2 more exercises if you have time.
Yeah, we have time. I just want to apologize to my followers and viewers for a few seconds distractions, because my cat is very naughty and hyperactive. She fall down my phone and something like that. Sorry.
Oh, right.
Okay.
That's okay. So maybe with this breath work, we can try and calm the cat down a little bit as well. So
yeah, she fall asleep actually.
So we're going to do our Ujjayi breathing. Okay, so this is really good for concentration. So I'm sure you teach your students this when you're practicing yoga, maybe. So it's good to introduce this breathing, because it brings awareness to the way that you move your body when you're doing yoga. But it's a good time to practice this in this class as well. It's a good heating exercise. Okay, so the way I describe it is we're making a sort of an ocean sounding breath that's coming from the back of the throat. And the way I describe it is, if I was to make the sound with my mouth open, it will sound like this. Okay, so it's like a hard sound. But I'll make that same sound, but I'll just close my mouth. So it'll be like this. Okay, I'm exaggerating so you can hear me, okay? But that's the sort of sound that's coming from the back of the throat. There's a slight contraction of those muscles in the back there. So again, what I'll do is I'll count for you. We're only going to take 5 breaths, and we'll inhale for a count of 4, and we'll exhale for a count of 4. Okay. So remember that when I'm instructing my clients and my students, I count for them so that when they practice by themselves, they get used to the ratio of breathing. So just use my instructions in the session now, just to guide you through this session peacefully. Okay, so grabbing the thumbs, placing both hands on top of the knees, eyes closed, mouth closed, back straight, relax your facial muscles. So let's all take our first inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your back straight. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your mouth closed. Normalize your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Just use this opportunity now just to allow the pranayama to do its work within the body. Allow the prana to move its way through the body. Allow the body to absorb the prana. Just taking a moment just to bring concentration to the body. Always doing your best. Always doing your best to dedicate yourself to your practice. And then when you're ready, you are slowly opening up your eyes. Moving on to, we'll do the final exercise now. We'll do our Brahmari exercise. Okay, this is a good exercise to reduce stress and tension and anger in the body. It's good for releasing anxiety. Okay, it's also good for lowering blood pressure as well. And again, remember here, what we're doing is we're generating that nitric oxide in the nose, which will then have a magical effect to the body. Okay, so you're watching and listening first. We're going to generate the energy from the navel center. So you're going to feel like you're generating energy from the navel center, and you're feeling the energy rising through the center of the body, through the vocal cords, and then out through the nose. Okay. When you're breathing out, you're going to make the sound of a honeybee. Okay. So it will sound something like this. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Be breathing in through the nose first. So hopefully you could hear that, me making that sound. Okay, so I'm generating that sound from the sort of the nose and the vocal cord. So it's like a connection. Okay. With your hand positions and your thumbs and your fingers, this is quite fun. I think this is quite fun. Just watch me first. With your thumb, you are going to, this little part of the ear that sticks out in front of the hole, it's like a little button. You're going to use your thumb and you're going to gently close that part of the ear. You're going to close that, okay, in a second. If you have had any ear infections or surgery, operations in the ear in the last 6 months, don't press the ear, okay? So don't press the ear. So everyone, you can join me now. You can place your index fingers, so we can all do this now. We can place the index fingers above the eyebrows, okay? Then the middle fingers just by the eye, in front of the eye, on the nose, on the bridge of the nose. Mind your eye, don't poke your eye. Then the next finger, the ring fingers, either side of the nose, but on the bone. Don't close your nose. Place it on the bone, so higher up. Not on the cartilage, but on the bony part, okay? And then your tiny little pinky finger, you're going to place it above the lips. So try and place it above the lips. So you'll close your eyes, you'll close your mouth, and you can close your ears with your thumbs, and let's begin the exercise. So start the exercise. Go to your own pace. Generate the energy from the navel center. Keep your back straight. Let's do one more. Release the hands, keep your eyes closed, keep your mouth closed. Place both hands on top of the knees. Normalize your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Sit comfortably on your seat. Relax your shoulders. Try to silence the breath if you can. Keep the breath soft and gentle. Try to expand and lengthen every inhale and exhale. Just use this opportunity just to feel how the body is right now. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? What do I notice about my body? Slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, keeping your mouth closed, listening to my instructions. Turning the back of your hands on top of the knees, keeping your palms open, facing the ceiling. Keep your eyes closed. Touching the fingertips of your thumbs and your index fingers, creating a little circle. Keep your chest open, keep your shoulders relaxed, keep your back straight. Slow the breathing down, keep the breath light, keep the breath effortless. Just use my instructions just to guide you peacefully. In a moment, I want you to inhale through the nose and follow the breath from the tip of the nose, then the space between the eyebrow center. And then as you continue to inhale, follow the breath down the spine to your lower back. And then when you exhale, you then follow the breath back up the spine, through the spaces between the eyebrows, and then out through the nose. Follow that pattern of breathing from the tip of the nose, between the eyebrow center, down the spine. Hold the breath in your lower back. And then when you exhale, feel the breath traveling back up the spine, between the eyebrow center, and then out through the nose. Follow that breathing from top to bottom, bottom to top. Tip of the nose, between the eyebrows, down the spine, and then back up the spine, between the eyebrow center, and then out through the nose. Keep following that pattern. dedicate yourself to your practice. Relax your shoulders, keep your back straight, relax your facial muscles. Observe these movements. Become a witness to these movements. Silence the breath. Only you should recognize your breathing. Total comfort. Peace flowing through the body. Just noticing how much more your concentration has improved. Noticing the different spaces within the body. Where does your awareness take you? Following the breath from top to bottom, bottom to top. Keeping your eyes closed and just listening to my guidance as we slowly start to come towards the end of our practice. We just take a moment here with our eyes closed just to thank yourself for creating this space, thanking yourself for dedicating yourself to your mind and body, using the breath to strengthen the bond between the mind and the body, thanking the others that are here with us, practicing with us, uniting our energy, combining our energy, keeping your eyes closed, bringing your hands to your heart space in the center, joining your hands together comfortably, and then rubbing your hands softly, generating more energy, more strength for the body, releasing the hands and placing the hands on top of the eyes. Gently open the eyes and then close your eyes again, and then open the eyes and release the hands. Place the hands on the back of the neck, then on the shoulders. Place the energy down the arms, on the chest, on the stomach, the hips, the thighs, the knees. Take any movements if you need to. Extend your arms, have a stretch. If you need to drink your water, you can drink your water before now if you want to drink your water. So well done. Hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hanish. It was wonderful. Wow.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. So there was a little bit of like, obviously when you're with an instructor, the instructor is here to guide you through the practice. And what I try to do with my students is I'm trying to improve their practice and by coaching them so that during the class they learn all the little parts of the techniques and the reminders, closing the mouth, closing the eyes, the ratio of breathing, so that ultimately when they go and practice by themselves, which is what I want people to do, is that, you know, when they close their eyes, they'll remember to keep their mouth closed, they'll remember to keep the eyes closed. So during my classes, it's more about coming into an environment where you're around people that are learning and practicing together, combining our energy together, but then learning these exercises so that you can go away and understand how to do it properly by yourself.
Beautiful. Okay. Hanish, did you know I started to hold yoga teacher training in Iran for the first time in past year. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay. How's it going?
It's really nice and people really love to join. I hold it in a different part of country in nature sites, and I will continue to do that for the first time, not online, just like in nature sites, like the yoga teacher training that in India and other kind of countries. Would you like to come if for cooperation as a yoga or pranayama teacher?
I would love to do that.
I don't know how is the situation for flights nowadays for this kind of pandemic.
You know what? I think I think you're allowed to fly from June.
Oh, okay.
But in the UK, things are very sensitive here. Like there's changes when the seasons change, the virus adapts. So what's happening is they're worried that when people start flying to different parts of the world, different viruses, different strains of viruses are going to come to the UK, and we might have to go back into another lockdown at some point. So it's a lot more strict in the UK, I think.
Yeah, I would like to see you here or there somewhere in the world. Thank you for sharing your knowledge to us. Thank you
so much for having me.
Love and devotion to you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, Hanish.
You too. Thank you. It's lovely to see you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Namaste. Bye.
Namaste. Bye.